Hi, lovely people. Charlie Brooks here. In case you didn't already know, Ann Summers stands for female empowerment and sexual wellness and has been placing women at the heart of their conversations for over 50 years. Responsible for putting pleasure on nearly every high street, and of course the founders of the iconic Ann Summers parties, their loyal communities allow women to establish their own businesses and create safe spaces for all. So there was no better place for me to launch the U. Shop 24/7 online or head to your nearest store to speak to one of their expertly trained colleagues. So it is the beginning of January and I'm currently at work and we are due to launch on the 18th of this month. However, I think there may be another delay until the 31st, which again would work better. I've really pushed to get these amazing heads made, which I want to present to our influencers and journalists, etc., to really get people talking about what this product is and have high impact visually. You know, I've pushed to get them through, so they are taking their time and getting made. But I'm having conversations with PR agents now, which is all very exciting because it's all becoming real. And I got the visuals through today for the first time. Oh my God, that was so excited. I almost peed my pants. Oh, it all feels so real. So if it is delayed from the 18th, that's okay. It gives us more time to get it to the right people, to get people talking. But it's coming. It's coming soon. It's very exciting. Okay, so it's 2022 and we are on the final stretch of bringing the U to market. It's going out imminently and without me at that, but I do think it's all the better for it. With the launch so close, I've been thinking a lot about what I first set out to do. I had an idea, right, that just so happened to be a vibrator, and I wanted to challenge and educate myself in more ways than one to see if I could follow that idea through. But more importantly, I also wanted to show people, my daughter included, that it's okay to do things that scare you. This is about believing in myself and encouraging others to believe in themselves too. But as the U has grown over these last 4 years, it's becoming bigger than just me. It's about the network of women who have helped me make this idea a reality, from Ann Summers to Honest, to the testers, to the expert guiding me along the way, to all of my friends and the amazing women in my life. So when I think about the U, it's both mine and everyone's. So while I steel myself for the product launch, woohoo, I'll be getting my head around letting go. I'm Charlie Brooks, and this is coming soon. It's the night before the launch, and my producer, the gorgeous Holly, has gone to Ann Summers' flagship store in Stratford to help set up the U. Now, I have seen the plans for the in-store visuals, and I can't wait to find out how it all comes together.
I'm Kaylee, I'm the store manager of Stratford, and we're going to set up the U toy in the Vibe Circle at Stratford. So I have all the cardboard signage. We are going to take one of the toys out. It's very nicely packaged. Wow, it feels very different to our texture toys. I'm not too sure if it's going to be able to turn. Oh, it does. Straight away, you can even hear the vibration. It's very silent vibration. Very silent toy. And I can show you the difference between... So you can hear the... I mean, compared to this one. Let's turn that off. And then the actual display itself There's a sculptural head that's part of this collection with pink inside. I think it works. I'm not gonna lie, it actually works. I actually love the setup. I love the color scheme. It's very different to our brand. So I do think it's a very standout collection. And I do feel like, it'll be very interesting to see the first reactions of customers on what they think when they first see it to then actually trying the product.
Oh my God, so it's launch day. Oh, what does that mean? Well, that means that the heads are going out. Get out of your head and into your body. My creative idea that I am obsessed with and love go to special people who I hope will enjoy it and help me share about it. But who knows? Feels really weird sitting back, just not being able to do anything. Just on reflection, like the last 2.5 years, and now it's actually going to be in stores is just crazy. I'm so happy that it's out there now for people to enjoy, so I really hope they do. Well, it's been out in the world for just over a week now, and aside from Jacqueline and Summers and one or two others, there haven't been any shares on social, which I have to admit is a little bit disappointing. But it's early days and maybe I should just be more patient. But it's been a little anticlimactic so far, ironically. However, I am about to actually go and see it for the first time in store. And I'm taking Jodie, my coach, with me. I just hope that I feel more connected to it when I finally see it in person. So here we are with Jodie Shield. The reason why all of this has come about and where the whole journey started. And we're outside Ann Summers on Brewer Street and we are about to go in. Hi, Jodie.
Hello. We are literally in Sex Shop Central here, can I just say? Sex shops everywhere.
I know. We're going to go and look at a pleasure device that I have brought to life.
Yes.
So let's go.
Do this. Let's go in.
Might be a bit awkward because the shop people don't know. I can't remember the same. Oh, there it is. Look. Hi, how are you?
I'm all right, how are you?
Very good, thank you. Wow, look at these.
Yes, we are looking. There she is.
That's it.
There she is.
Isn't that mental?
So, first reactions.
To see something that you've thought of this in a shop now is just completely insane to me.
Yeah, she feels really good, doesn't she?
I know.
Yeah.
Soft.
Yeah.
Curvaceous.
And top shelf.
Top shelf. Do you like the packaging?
Yeah, I think it's amazing. Yeah, I think it's like an art piece, isn't it?
Yeah. And look, the woman holding on to you, grabbing hold of herself.
Yes.
Being curious, the wishbone, which is how this whole thing came about, because years ago I didn't know the shape of the clitoris.
Yeah, she's whispering, by the way.
I'm whispering because I don't want anyone in the shop to hear me. Ridiculous.
Amazing, because if you look at what else is on the shelf, everything else is beautiful, obviously, but yours is very much about you and actually your personal journey with yourself. This is just very much an intimate experience, which makes it different.
Yeah.
And it's a completely different shape to everything else.
Isn't it?
Completely.
Thank you for coming with me today, Jodie. I really appreciate it.
It's been amazing.
Amazing. So we're just with one of the sales assistants from Ann Summers. And I'm just inquiring about how the U has been getting on. Can you talk us through it?
Literally, since it's come into the store, it's been a main attraction to the customers. It's really vibrant. The way it's detailed, it's absolutely accurate. The colours, the way the writing, the quotes. Literally, it's liberating. It's literally powerful.
We love you.
Yes, that's amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Have a lovely day.
You too. Bye. Okay, that was just what I needed. I don't know if you could tell, but I have been feeling a little bit detached from the U since its launch. But standing there today in front of the product that I designed was a moment for me, and it made it feel all the more real. Having Jodie there also helped me to reflect on how far I've come since I had that very first call with her and what I have actually accomplished over the last 3 years. I don't know how I'll feel when I eventually put my name to it, but for now, I am proud of myself and I am proud of the you. These moments should be celebrated. But this isn't just about me and my personal feelings. There is also a whole team behind this venture. So I'm about to jump on a call with Ann Summers and PWR, who do their PR. And I am feeling a little bit nervous about the reception so far. So I just got off a call with the PR team. Feeling a bit bad because I really pushed to have these creative heads done because I honestly thought that the impact of how fucking cool the heads are might encourage people to want to do a cheeky share. It hasn't really worked, and my head is, saying, oh, fuck, you should have kept your mouth shut and not pushed for it. And all I'd need really is for 2 people to share it, and then the amount of money that it costs to make the heads would be the equivalent of what we might pay 2 influencers. So that would make it all worthwhile. It's a whole new world, isn't it? It's a whole new world. My little mind is in overdrive anyway. I don't exactly know what I was expecting. Maybe a bit more of a response than this, I suppose. But I think I've been a little bit naive about all of this, thinking or hoping that people would see this cool new product and shout about it. But now I'm not so sure that's actually how things work. For most public figures or influencers, this is their business. And they definitely expect payment to share something, which is totally fair. This is definitely a learning experience for me. Now, I'm obviously unable to post about it myself, which is very frustrating, especially given the lack of coverage so far. I need to remind myself that this is a long game. It just feels very, very long right now, as I'm not even sure when I'm going to be out of contract and able to link myself to the U. So if I can't post about it, I can at least get someone a bit closer to home to do it in my place.
Wow. Look at this wonderful creation inside. Out it comes. And there it is, the U vibrator.
But then at the same time, as luck would have it, we actually do get some honourable mentions from some very high places. Okay, Sunday morning, we've had some shares, which is fantastic. The Happy Vagina have done a brilliant share for the U, which is fantastic. It's a brilliant page, and the podcast is my favourite. So I couldn't have hoped for a better partnership, really. There's a new vibrator on the block. And I got one early just to try for all of us. I know, lucky me. But I cannot speak more highly about this device. It's a vulva vibrator. It's by Ann Summers and it's called the U. We also had a share from Laura Whitmore who'd received her gift. So that was fantastic. So slowly on we go. Just absolutely thrilled that it's getting out there. Okay, the shares are great. It feels like we are slowly gaining some momentum and the U is getting some attention. I have no idea how product launches usually go or how long it takes to get the word out there, but let's just hope that this sustains. These last few months have been a real roller coaster of emotions, and having to take a back seat has had a much bigger effect than I could have anticipated. But enough of this. I need to speak to someone who's been on this journey with me for a long time and knows the industry probably better than anybody else. It's time to call on Jacqueline. In case anybody doesn't know and hasn't been around for the last 20 years, please can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you do?
Well, my name is Jacqueline Gold. I jointly own Ann Summers with my sister.
So you're joint chair now. Can you give us a little bit of history of your time at Ann Summers?
Wow. You know, Charlie, what a journey we've been on. I joined Ann Summers when I was 21 years old. I had no intention of staying. I just did some work experience there, and somebody I knew invited me to a Tupperware party, but it was actually called Pippity. I went to this party and I sort of remember sitting squidged on this sort of seat that just about managed to get 12 women squashed onto this seat. And we were asked to draw a picture of our husband's meat and two veg on top of our heads. And that was the first party game. I was thinking, well, this isn't quite how I expected my career starting, but basically, as it evolved, I got chatting to the women. They really wanted to be able to buy sexy underwear. There was nothing available then. Certainly nowhere where women could sort of feel comfortable going into a store. And if you went into a sex shop, it was very much the raincoat brigade. Nobody wanted to be in that sort of environment. So there really was this huge gap in the market. So, yeah, I just sort of evolved from there. I just decided to do some parties myself with some of my own girlfriends. And I thought there really is some potential here.
There definitely was. You spoke a little bit about the party planning, and I know that took off in such a massive way. How has that sisterhood changed through the years to what it is today?
What's interesting about the sisterhood is it's actually played a really, really important role. Although it may not be our largest channel, it continues to almost be the induction into the brand. Because in the early days, people loved the idea of going to a party, trying on underwear in front of their girlfriends, not feeling intimidated because we made it completely girls only. And then that gave them the confidence to then think, oh, might take my partner or husband into the store. So it really was sort of an interesting evolution where it did actually introduce customers into the brand.
It's so great, isn't it? Such a genius way for women to come together and grow in confidence and start getting comfortable with their body, which for me is what this journey has been all about. Anne Summers has always had conversations around pleasure and sexual wellness. Now, why is this important?
I don't think there are many companies that started out with a purpose, but most retail businesses are driven by trade. You know, it's about how many pennies you can get in the till. But right from the beginning, from the moment I made that decision that there were going to be no men at those parties, we actually stood for something. You know, we were going to say, right, we stand for female empowerment. You know, one of the things I say now when I'm giving advice is that, you know, when you're starting your own business, the first thing to do is make sure that you have a purpose and that you own that purpose and you put your stake firmly in the ground. And that's actually what sets you apart from the competition.
Oh, God, I just love that woman. She is so inspiring. Hearing about her experiences is a really powerful reminder of how far we've come and how much she has personally done to change things. I mean, there's a reason why I chose to partner with Anne Summers in the first place, and I really couldn't have asked for a better mentor. In spite of the delays, in spite of the pandemic, in spite of me being unable to be part of the You's story for now, I have felt supported and raised up throughout this whole experience, and I can't wait to see what happens next.
Oh my God, I've just seen a review that's come out in The Independent. The article is popping up everywhere about the top 10 vibrators. And the You is coming in at best luxury vibrator. The review is amazing. It says about, you know, how fantastic it is to cradle, not penetrate, which was a bit tricky at first, but once they get the idea of it, it's fantastic. And then they specifically talk about the packaging, which is just like, it's just so beautiful. It feels like an event opening it up. And I think this is going to be so good for the You brand. It's going to be so good. Oh gosh, it's so, this is, I feel such joy, like sitting back and watching little things like this happening, and I just felt really proud, like, oh my God. And what's even better is that they really speak about it being a self-love product, which I think is new and groundbreaking really for vibrators. So that's so amazing that we're really pushing that wellness side of what this thing is. It's so much more than a vibrator. Oh, how exciting.
I mean, talk about a confidence boost. It's really come at the perfect time because it's been almost 8 months since the You's launch and things have been really quiet recently. And then something even better happens.
Oh my God. So,
I've just literally got a voice note from PWR, who are the PR company for the You brand. And the You has won Best Multiple Toy in Cosmopolitan, and it will be going into print and across all of their social channels and across their platform online. And I just can't believe it. I can't believe it. People love it. It's won a fucking award at Cosmopolitan. What the fuck? I'm in shock. I'm just in shock, but so happy. I can't quite describe how it feels to hear that the You has won an award. It won a fucking award. For the last however long since it's been released, I've been telling myself that I made the right decision to step away, not put my name on it, go back into acting. And now it's won an award on its own merit. That is more than I could have ever hoped for. Over the moon right now. Now, my agents and Anne Summers have been working in the background for the last couple of months to finalise how we're going to, at long last, announce my involvement with the You. I haven't actually been in many of these discussions as, well, I've been on set a lot. But I'm out of my contract in November and free as a bird to associate with whoever I want from then on in. We want to avoid the Black Friday and Christmas rush, so we're looking at the new year, January 2023, for the hard launch. Which is fitting because the You will have been out for a year by then. We are going to do a press launch where I will reveal to a room of journalists that I am the founder of the You brand. It's daunting, yes. But we're putting together what I think will be a really special morning to introduce people to what the You is really all about. My announcement won't actually go public for another 3 days after, more on that in a bit, but this is the all-important first step. We're at the final stages of planning, and I'm just about to join a meeting with Anne Summers, PWR, and my management team to discuss the last steps. So we're here and we're putting all of our plans into motion for the You brand launch, which I'm reconnecting to, and that is this Friday. So we are just talking about the sound bath, which I'm really excited. We've got a beautiful breath worker called Calais coming in, and then we're on to the Q&A. So the idea is we're going to be sat on the floor and it's going to feel really grounded and really informal. And then over to you, Sarah. What's next?
So fine. So you're going to do your Q&A. That's going to be about 15 minutes. Now, it might slightly overrun if you get loads of questions from the guys. So right. I think we just see how it goes. Mika starts. She says, thank you for inviting her. And then she basically says, let's start at the beginning. Can you tell us where your idea came from?
Mika, by the way, is none other than actor Mika Simmons, who also happens to host the Happy Vagina podcast. She's one of the lovely people who shared the You after the original launch, and she's been an amazing support. So I feel very, very lucky she'll be doing a Q&A with me on the day.
And then I just put in here a little stat that was within the pack, which was that 50% of respondents admitted to masturbating at least once a day. And I thought that might just be a nice little fact you could chuck in there because press love a little statistic.
I quite like the statistic. One, we miss out, the pleasure gap, women miss out on 1,734 orgasms in lifetime.
Yeah, that's a really good one. And then basically Mika finishes off saying, thank you so much for the insight. We're sure it's going to be a success, that you'll be around for the rest of the day. So that finishes. We will prompt you like on timings, like, right, you need to hurry this up or slow it down or whatever. We'll keep you in check. And then we'll head downstairs to the spa. There's canapes, there's Prosecco, some soft drinks, and they'll just mingle. And then from then on until midday, so we're aiming to start the treatments at 9:30, 10:45, say. And then for the next 2 hours, it's just mingling and treatments and just having a nice time, basically.
Okay.
It'll be really informal and just really lovely, won't it?
Yeah.
So it'll be a lot, the manis, pedis and facials all in the same area that people will be mingling as well.
Okay, lovely. Would it be quite, I mean, when I open that little drawer down there behind me, that cupboard, like vibrators just fall out of it from the first clay model. I wonder if that would be quite nice to do, like the journey of...
Yes.
But I mean, they're awful, the first ones. It looks like a dinghy. They're really bad.
But that's funny. That's great. Definitely. Yeah. Like it's things you don't normally see.
It's a bit of insight.
Thank you all so much. Thank you all.
And
welcome.
We'll see you on Friday.
It's a pleasure. Take care. Have a good day.
You too, bye. Before the big event, it feels right to check back in with Jacqueline for some timely advice. So you do a lot for Anne Summers, obviously, but WOW is a sort of business school for women that you've set up on the side. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I just fell into this really sort of by accident. Somebody started talking about, oh, have you heard about this thing called Twitter? I set up this account. I could see that I had a lot of women asking questions about business. And I thought, why don't we do a competition? So we do this competition every Wednesday where we basically showcase and shine a light on those women that are doing amazing. And there are some brilliant businesses out there. And then, of course, we do our top 3 winners of the year. We do mentoring learning days. What I really love is that our ladies, our winners, our non-winners, they all trade with each other. So it's sort of got this side benefit to it, which is great to see.
A community that's been built.
Yeah.
It's amazing. What are some of the barriers that you have encountered personally as a businesswoman?
We could be here a very long time. Well, I've had a bullet through the post. That was when I tried to open a store in Dublin. That was pretty harrowing, actually.
I can imagine.
And I thought, no, I'm not going to be bullied. I took the government to court for not allowing us to advertise in job centres, which was crazy because, you know, we wanted to be able to advertise along with our retail peers. I remember the judge, there was little innuendos suggesting that he'd actually been in the shop to do his research. We won, of course. And I remember coming out of court, loads of press everywhere. And the irony was that we didn't actually have to advertise in job centres for some time. You know, it's been very colourful. I'm sort of very proud of that journey.
Have you seen many changes for women in the workplace?
Absolutely. I mean, certainly at Anne Summers, I feel extremely passionate about women having every opportunity or the same opportunities as men. And it will not be job done until we stop having these conversations.
Yeah.
You know, I want my daughter, who's 13, to grow up in a world where equality is the norm. Don't get me wrong, I'm not being a whinger here. We all know that there are improvements with, you know, just having to show your pay grade. We need to keep banging that drum if we want to raise the next generation of, you know, fantastic women. They need to be inspired. They need to see us raise our head above the parapet and boldly celebrate our success.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, you don't need to be a table basher. You don't need to be a chest beater, you know, to be recognised and be taken seriously. We just need to keep encouraging it. We really do.
You've given me some great advice since we've got to know each other through this journey. For anyone interested in starting their own business, what would your advice be?
Well, I think the first thing is you should be drawn to something that you are passionate about. And the things that we love are usually the things that we are really good at. I think it's important to see opportunities where others don't. I think particularly women, they'll have this idea of a business and then they come up with 100 reasons why they shouldn't do it. Years and years ago, I wrote a letter to myself of all the amazing things that I'd achieved in both my personal life and my business life. It's so powerful and it can be used in so many ways. If you're suddenly doubting yourself, always read it back to you and you think, God, did I do all that?
Yeah.
Look at me. I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I just think sometimes we have to be our own cheerleaders.
Absolutely. I mean, I relate to that so much. The You was the first time really I kind of said, I'm not going to listen to those thoughts anymore. I'm going to message Jacqueline and I'm going to message Anne Summers, you know, and I chose to just fight through all of that doubt.
I remember very early on when we first met, you said something to me like, you know, I really want to be a successful businesswoman. And I said, but you already are. We just have to keep reminding ourselves that we totally deserve our seat at the table.
Yeah.
you know, that we are contributing here.
I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you for helping me realise the You brand, for being there for me when I've needed you, for your advice. I couldn't have picked a better partnership with yourself and Anne Summers. And yeah, just thank you for everything you do in this space. It's wonderful, Jacqueline, really wonderful.
Oh, Charlie, thank you for all your kind words there. And I think together, you know, I'm sure there's a lot more between us we can achieve.
There's something so reassuring about speaking to Jacqueline. She really has seen and done it all. I'm going to carry her words of wisdom into, well, the big event. Next time you hear from me, it'll be launch day. Take 2. Here we go. Morning. So it's 6:36 a.m, day of launch. I'm with my mama in the car. Hi, Mama.
Hi, baby.
She's coming with me today to support me and to
Get a free makeover.
get a free makeover. I'm so grateful that I woke up with the right head on, because sometimes I can wake up with the wrong head on, which means that I am like, ah. It feels a bit weird that we're here. It feels, I can't believe it's like actually happened. I've visualised and talked about a launch day for so long, and it's just always been so far in the distance, and I really try and stay in the present and just take each day at a time, and now this is the day. I've had a change of hair colour, so I've gone brunette. Change is good, and oh my god, I'm just sitting in the car. Can you hear that? I'm just sitting in the car, in the back seat of the car with my mum, and I've got a bag full of vibrators, and they've just started to go off in the car. I tried to hide from the driver, I can't switch it off. Oh my god, that's so funny. I thought, what the fuck is that? Okay, so the journalists arrive, we do the sound bath, and now Mika is about to chair the Q&A with me.
Hi everyone, I'm Mika Simmons, and I am going to be hosting the next part of the morning, which is a Q&A with the founder of the You. So in case you hadn't guessed it, Charlie is the founder, the designer of the new vibrator by Anne Summers, the You. Charlie, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you. Thank you all so much for coming.
So I'm really excited to be able to interview you and hear a little bit about how it came about.
Yeah.
Tell us what is special and different about it.
A lot of vibrators are really quite aggressive on the clitoral area. So the main difference is that the motors go down the sides. So this surrounds the vulva, and it encourages a sort of deeper, more sensual climax experience. I'll just get the little journey out for you. So these were the beginning ones, which were awful, and then I had a foam one made up.
Why do you say that they're, I mean, I'm actually, I don't know about anyone else, you're saying they're awful, I'm like, my God.
Really?
It's quite similar. I mean, it's not, I've never seen these before, but you know, I mean, Charlie, another career as a
I'll
sculptor.
take that. I'll
Move
take
over,
that.
Tracy Emin. Charlie Brooks is here.
Yeah, right. Thank you, Mika.
I'm sure most of you know this, but actually so many, you know, stimulators and in the vibrator market are actually being funded by male investment or being run by men. Most of the people that I end up speaking to at the top level are mostly men. So I think it's really exciting. In terms of your heart and soul,
yeah,
what's been the thing that's been either the most transforming or the most joyful for you?
The whole journey has been so transforming, not only around pleasure, but around battling my own fears and my own self-doubt. Meeting with Anne Summers and then finding them and aligning with them as partners has been an absolute highlight. And then having a tangible product, then I was really like, holy fucking shit, this is here and it's real. And then today, it's been a long time coming, excuse the pun, and I want to celebrate it today. This is like a 4.5-year journey, really. It's been up and it's been down and it's been in and it's been out, but I've learnt so much, so much.
Congratulations, Charlie.
Thank you.
I think we're going to wrap it up a bit now, but really, I mean, amazing. Really.
Okay, so I've just talked through my journey, which I've got to admit was quite nerve-wracking. Showed everyone the prototypes and they all seemed really responsive. We're just about to move to a different room to start the mingling bit, and I'm almost at a stage where I can start to relax. Almost. This is where I can really start to get a read on what people think.
I loved all the little clay models.
I didn't know whether to present those or not.
Oh, no, I love it.
Because
we have no idea. You know, it's nice to get an insight. I was so with you in that, like, having an idea and then being like, oh my God, how on earth? It's so easy to go, oh, I could never do that.
Yeah, I know it is.
Businesswoman.
It's hilarious.
Amazing, because now you know, like, it actually is really recommended and is like a good seller, and obviously it does really well.
It was actually a blessing in disguise in the end, I think, not like just letting it go out there. Yeah.
And like, you did all the work yourself, which I think is like really inspiring. Were you ever apprehensive of like putting it out there? Did you ever want to like it to stay a secret?
There was a time where I felt, is it better for the product if I'm not attached to it, actually? Yes. But it's really nice to be able to say, this is the journey I've been on.
I think it's so interesting because there is still a stigma behind it.
I don't think there should be a stigma, but obviously it just is plastic.
But that's because no one talks about it, and that silence is what creates the guilt and the shame, isn't it?
I can't believe you've not been able to say anything about
I know.
yours.
It's been about 4 years. Isn't that mad?
I find it hard to keep things back. So for you had to keep this back for so long.
I thought it was really important for the product that it goes out and better without me. Because it's not, I was a bit worried about the celebrity attachment, and actually this product is so fucking good, I think.
It's actually
and
better.
so now it's better. And now owning it in this moment is really nice.
It's already done well, so you're
it's
like,
really nice.
That's me.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for coming. Really nice to meet you. Thank you for coming. See you later. And now that is done. It went really well. Better than I could have dreamed of, actually. And I feel so relieved. For the last year, I've been waiting for this day to happen, to be able to finally own the U brand, and it feels amazing. All I need to do now is wait for the news to break, and that will be on Monday when I go on this morning to announce it. Oh, so I'm just bracing myself for that. Oh my God, live telly. Here we go. Oh my God, so I'm just in the car, just done the first appearance on this morning and put the post out on Instagram. It's a really weird feeling. There's part of me that feels like when I came out of the jungle, and this was 10 years ago, I felt like I wanted to run and hide. So there's part of me that feels a little bit like that. I feel a bit shaky. Holly and Phil were absolutely amazing, and it feels really good to be able to talk about it. But I definitely felt feeling the fear, man. So it's out there now. That's it. And breathe. And that's it. Woohoo! It's out in the world. And I'm finally out there with it. The reactions so far have been overwhelmingly positive, and I feel so supported. It's been a wild few days. On top of what I can only describe as a wild and transformational 4 years. And at points I never thought I'd get here. I'm both relieved that it's over and immensely proud of what I've achieved. This all started from an idea that for once in my life, I took action on, and I have learnt so much from this experience. About myself, about business, about women, how brilliant women are, and about pleasure. And I am all the better for it. But this isn't just about me and my own journey. It's about everyone who has helped me along the way. But more than that, it's about women understanding our bodies better and silencing those niggly, doubting inner voices that are not helpful, leaning into the things that scare us, and taking action on our ideas. I am so excited for what's coming next. Because it's all about you. Coming Soon was brought to you by Audi and features me, Charlie Brooks, with contributions from Jacqueline Gold. The series producer is Holly Aquilina. This episode was produced and sound designed by Ivor Manley, and the executive producer is Ellie Di Martino. Hey, it's Charlie again. I am beyond delighted to tell you about the You, a vibrator I designed with sexual wellness powerhouse Anne Summers. It's the very first of its kind, as this vibrator uses patent-pending layering technology to build waves of pleasure. Unlike anything you own, the You targets the clitoris externally and internally, because you only get 20% of the clitoris on the outside, don't you know? It will help you to get out of your head and into your body, to find that deep and sensual pleasure like never before. It's available now on annesummers.com or in store. I can't wait to hear what you think.